Why am I not live on the other one? I need to fix that. Hello. Let's see. Huh. I don't know why. Let's start that. Okay, then let me see why YouTube is not working on the Reacts channel. Hello. Very good, very good. Let me just start the timer anyways. But hello. How were the ASMR videos? I cringe so much thinking about it. Okay, it's not private, so why is it not? Really? Why is it peak? Hello. I don't know why. Let's try this again. I don't feel like I did a good job with the ASMR. I don't feel like I did a good job. So why can I see it, but not? Okay, I guess I'm live. I somehow got there. That's one way to put it. Jesus. Why did that autoplay? What work can I do? Because I know work needs to be done, but what needs to be done? Hello. Let me pin that. I need to... that's the wrong platform. Oh. Okay. I'm so sad that I exported it without the subtitles. I don't know why, but every time I render audio, my settings never save for subtitles. So if I misclick, the subtitles are gone if I don't click it right. So sad. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know if copy pastas would count as that, but that's what my stream will be whenever I do that. I just feel like the ones I'm doing are the easiest to start with. Let me click out of this because it's kind of messy and stuff. And I'll just click back into it after the fact. Do I need to turn down? No, okay, that's fine. 23, that skipped 24, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? And what? Hello VOD, hello chat. I am back after, what was it, 3 days? I forget. We are finally doing reacts because I have not posted consistently on the channel for a little bit. Well, I mean, I feel like most copy pastas tend to be copy pastas because they're funny. Like what the fuck did you say to me? I'll have you know I'm in the Marine something something. Like that kind of vibe. But, uh, I I was gonna stream yesterday or the day before, I forget. But I pulled like an all nighter, like 24 hours, because I had an appointment yesterday, so I didn't want to oversleep. So I just stayed up all night and recorded some ASMR scripts that, ironically, hello, hello, they were they were about they were ironically about how you should sleep. Meanwhile, I was like going on 24 hours sleep deprived, talking about how happy birthday. I'm a VTuber. I can't hug, but ironically, it was like you you deserve sleep, so uh, you don't you don't have to you don't have to stay awake just because there's work to do. Meanwhile, I'm staying up because there's work to do. So that was a little funny. But I was gonna stream after I finished that, but it took so long that I had my appointment by then, and then uh, I passed out for like 12 hours and woke up this morning. But I'm finally back. Uh, Hopefully, I can do a art. I need. Hopefully, I can do one last art fight stream tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. Hopefully, because I still have unfinished art and I would like to finish it before the event finishes. But that hopefully, I don't know if I'll actually stream or not for art, but if I don't, it'll probably I don't know. And then on the what day is the first? Saturday. Either Saturday or Sunday. Maybe I shall do my Yep, there's one more day of July and that's tomorrow. As long as we're both on day 30, cuz 31st is the last day. But I have one more day to finish the art that I have done, and then either Saturday or Sunday, and go up and okay, either Saturday or Sunday, I shall do the ASMR stream. Probably. And the other day, I have possible collab with Emerald again, and then I shall, yeah, and then I shall do the Voices of the Void stream after that, after Emerald's thing, probably. And next month I'll probably focus on it's I think let me check. It's either Mecha or Repo. It's one of the two because she does voting for that. It will be Repo on Saturday, and then I shall do Voices of the Void. And then August, that's the next month, right? I will be doing a lot of ASMR and study streams, probably. Yeah. So hopefully that goes well, and I'm really looking forward to something that's happening next week. I keep saying it, but I can't talk about it. But I hope it happens. I don't have a day set in stone yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. So hopefully, please don't let it fall through. Please. Hopefully it happens. If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be so sad. And then I can't talk about it either. But I will be trying to do as many react videos tonight as possible because I'll need to focus on other stuff. I'll probably go back to like 1 to 2 react streams a week, probably, and then just focus on other stuff. Yeah. Is there anything else I need to mention? Oh, probably the obvious. I have like a I don't know what they're called. Whatever like the hot patch is, but like cold that you stick on your forehead. I have that on, so if you see me do this, I'm trying to keep it from falling off because I'm wearing it. So hopefully that I won't burn up if I have this patch on. Hopefully I'll stay nice and cold. Hello, hello, hello. But hopefully this will keep me from getting lightheaded because yesterday, while I was severely sleep deprived in a hot closet doing ASMR, I had to step out multiple times just to not pass out. And I don't know if that was because it was hot, I was sleep deprived, or there's no air in here when the fan's off. But for one of those reasons, I mean my main ventilation is off to keep my big loud fan was my main ventilation, but I have this small little thing that at least gives the airflow, but the other one had air outside of the closet, so I don't have that good of ventilation. I do have holes in there at least. Air can technically flow through. Hello, hello. So I don't know if that's the best ventilation, but I also had an ungodly amount of hello. I had an absolute ungodly amount of caffeine yesterday. I had like 480 milligram packs. Not even on purpose. I was just absolutely chugging the cups and filling them with water and caffeine. I did not even realize how much I was chugging. So I'm gonna kind of cut back on the. I'm just drinking pure, regular, unflavored water all day, so that way I can fix whatever issues that might have caused. But it is probably time to get to the actual videos. I recorded like 3 off stream just on in case I did not end up streaming. I have 3 videos just in case, and also to warm up because I've noticed for the first video I'm always super quiet because I'm still not warmed up, even though like the just chatting segment should normally warm me up, but it doesn't. Thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. Also, my clips channel hit like 400. I feel like last stream it hit 300, so it's insane. It's already at 400. I don't think I have any more number celebration milestones, do I? I don't think so. But okay, I think I can finally get to the point of the stream. Let me just make sure everything's set up. And not as strong, but I mean it's doing well. I didn't fall off a cliff with it. I think it's at 4.1. Oh, for some, I don't know why, one clip on Mystic Clips for some reason hit like 16,000, which is the highest VTuber clip I I have on YouTube. Because my non VTuber like Minecraft clips are like in the hundreds of thousands, but my first VTuber clip hit 16,000. I don't even know why. I honestly was gonna I was gonna I was originally gonna delete that clip and not even post it. It it was a Chuckles brain hemorrhage joke clip on the clips channel. I don't know why out of all my clips that one did well, but I'm not gonna complain. Also, uh my ice up the butt for the date joke also did good on my first channel. I can never predict which ones will do well. But that is nice to see. And yeah. I guess we shall get to the point of the video. I don't know how I've started to be able to talk and talk for like 10 minutes. Impressive, honestly. How far I have come. I'm not gonna say that. Thank you, thank you. Let me go to this. And since my last car video did so well, we are gonna start with a Papa Meat NASCAR related video. I was originally gonna watch his video on LARP YouTubers, techno LARP, but it seems to have been copyrighted by, I assume, uh techno LARP. It was like Rye or something when I looked at it. So hopefully he gets that fixed. Hopefully. And then whenever he does, if he does, I shall watch that. But good thing like I said, uh, maybe if I ever LARP myself, that's probably the only way. You can't LARP this. Probably could, but let me have some water. Okay. But let's get into the video. Subtitles are on, and yeah, I'm still being very conscious of the fact that I can't get too loud because these walls are thin. Thinner than I thought. I think it's because my AC used to drown my voice out a lot, but now that I don't have it, I think my roommate's gonna hear me more. So I need to get better padding. It seems for these closet walls. No, no, no. I don't want them to know. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Bye bye, roommates. Bye bye, bye bye. Okay. Let me get to the video. I'm getting too good at yapping. I'm not doing what I need to do. I don't want to stay up too late. I'm finally on a decent sleep schedule. I woke up at like 6 a.m. That is the perfect time for me. I need to not stay up too late. So, probably only an hour or two. Hopefully, we get at least a few videos. I at least have 3 in the backlog that I can stretch if I need to. But, okay. The Insane World of NASCAR by Papa Meat. I know absolutely nothing about NASCARs. All I know is that my grandpa used to love NASCAR. I don't personally get it, but he had like NASCAR, everything. Yes, yes. Get your popcorn. If you're new and you like cars, I have a video on B rallies, B racing, I forget. But if you haven't seen that, go check that out. And yeah, let's see what the insane world of NASCAR is like. Hello, hello. Let's get into the video. A little bit of spoilers right there.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing? Come
I'm
on,
good,
down
I'm
because
good.
today we'll be engrossing ourselves in the amazing world of NASCAR.
Yeah.
America is home to some of the biggest sports on the planet, but
Which I am not interested in a single one of those. I do not care about a single sport.
some have a cultural surrounding it that stands out far from others. NASCAR isn't just your normal motorsport. It hosts some of the most devoted fans out there. Fans wait year-round for big racing events and parties like it's their last day on Earth before an anticipation for a big race. And when it's time for the race, the party spills into the stands, which can lead into absolute chaos. There's truly nothing like it, and that's why we'd like to take today to dive deep into the massively popular sport and see what it's all about, right?
I don't get it.
I will say that NASCAR, to me, it's a big Southern thing. From the South, you might have had somebody who has...
Yeah. My grandpa loves it. Or loved it. He's dead. But he had, like, calendars. He had merch. He had everything. It was crazy. He had, like, a huge NASCAR calendar that covered the entire garage.
Indulged in NASCAR in some sort of way. I've indulged NASCAR the same way that I've indulged like WWE. I don't watch it, but I love the documentaries. Any documentaries on NASCAR or WWE, I gobble it up. For some reason, they always just have the best stories.
Yeah. Have you seen the ones with the ghost fires?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Invisible fire. I would hate that. That's so terrifying to realize that exists.
Yeah, it's a weird concept of getting so engrossed in something where somebody is just driving in a lap the whole time versus other racing like F1 or other kind of motorsports where the tracks are a little more intricate or something. There still is something very fascinating about this sport and the people that are in it and the fans. I don't know why. It's a totally engrossing culture. I think also I started getting into it also just Talladega Nights. After I watched Talladega Nights, I think I watched like 3 Dale Earnhardt documentaries.
Never seen that.
Thanks, Will Ferrell. Now, NASCAR has always been about partying, even dating back to its origins. And it all started back in the 1920s when the Prohibition was at an all-time high and people needed alcohol fast. Alcoholics were depraved people. They needed their medicine. And people began modifying cars to deliver alcohol to evade police. And after Prohibition ended, many of these same drivers realized that they still enjoyed the high-speed thrills, which led to them hosting informal races. And what started out on gravel back roads soon moved to official dirt tracks, and people began to grow more and more interested in these races. And initially, only a few hundred people attended. But over time, the crowds grew to thousands, with some events attracting as many as 20,000 spectators by the 1930s, which has to rival, if not even surpass, like baseball. Baseball stadiums were relatively, I mean, compared to today, we're relatively small, but like that was, I feel like that was the big event, sports event. So having people actually turn out to this shit, which also, to be fair, it's like 1930, cars are still pretty new back then. You know, they could go that fast. They can outrun a train.
40 miles an hour?
Exactly. Oh my God, you just took that corner.
Did we ever have actual trains? Do we have trains in America? It's such a foreign concept to me to think that they would consider trains in America.
36 miles an hour clocking. It wasn't until after World War II ended that a group of stock car enthusiasts gathered in Daytona, Florida to officially found the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing.
That's what it stands for?
NASCAR, baby. And to this day, they are still finding remnants of the sport's past.
I just thought it stood for North American car. That's all I thought about it. In America, we have our own good 4 wheels. We ain't got none of that stuff. Or nothing good. I know there's like a 72-hour train or some shit, but not like actual high-speed rails.
24, a massive
I want to go
was found
to
underneath
Florida
the concrete seating inside North
California
Wilkesboro
in one
Speedway.
sitting.
The cave was discovered after a section of seating was removed due to massive cracks, but inside, nothing was found. However, this discovery confirms an
What? A secret man cave.
Sports past. In 2024, a massive cove with secret tunnels was found underneath the concrete seating inside North Wilkesboro Speedway. The cave was discovered after a section of seating was removed due to massive cracks, but inside, nothing was found. However, this discovery...
Okay. I would have thought they would have just had, like, I don't know, staff stuff under those chairs. I didn't think it would be just full ground. I guess they need to support it, but...
confirms an old rumor that the racetrack had moonshine operations running on the speedway grounds. It's what we're trying to. Are we trying to convince people that the NASCAR people should drink and drive while racing?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we're alluding at. We're like, oh, alcohol's pretty cool, and you drive fast.
Somebody had a game element to it. They're carrying barrels
It's
of
every
alcohol.
how many laps until you have to do a shot? Oh yeah, so you're carrying a big thing
One
of
shot
moonshine,
every
right?
half.
But every 10 laps, let's say, you have to take a swig.
One shot every half.
Oh God. Oh God. Today, nearly 100 million people tune in per season to watch NASCAR, and there's no sign of this trend slowing down anytime soon,
100
as the number of
million?
viewers continue to grow each year, which is kind of crazy. I feel like every time I hear NASCAR, it's only people complaining, but I feel like I'm not asking the right people. Give editor.
I have not heard about NASCAR in like, when did he die? Like 10 years ago? I have not heard about NASCAR since. No, I'm in a real cave. I'm in a real cave. Not some lousy man cave.
Fuck it. Give me some
A
testimonials of why
real
people like
cave.
NASCAR.
A real man's cave.
Part of the family.
Let's just say a sudden Pixar movie released in
Parz.
2006.
Loud cargo, ring rip and pep, and it makes me go, hell yeah.
Wonderful positive community we have here on Reddit. And big titties.
I would never
Yeah.
guessed.
There it is. I feel like there's no such thing as a niche anymore, too. So the whole thing of like, yeah, NASCAR keeps growing every year. I think also all this different content that people make and everything, I think it's getting people into, like, I feel like if YouTube and TikTok didn't exist, I wonder if the sport would be growing at the rate that it's still
Oh,
growing.
probably not.
You know?
Social media helps
it's
so
on
much with
TikTok?
people finding interest.
Yeah, like you, one day you're like, I never.
What age different demographic watches NASCAR nowadays? My grandpa was like in his 70s, 80s. I did not think youngins would enjoy the sport. What?
Once in my life thought about that, and then all of a sudden, you like just hyperfixate it.
Well, I
on
bet
it.
you that Drewski skit got people interested, even though he's making fun of it.
Oh, I think so. Even in those skits, I feel like people are like, I want to go check that out. It's the same shit with like Channel 5 or anything where it's like, yeah, these people
What
are, they
guy?
seem crazy
This
or
car?
whatever. But I think that it makes people want to go attend that thing because they feel like they're missing out on something a lot of the time.
I want to go for the women, so that when they
Hell yeah, brother.
NASCAR ladies.
yeah, a little bird watching.
Yeah, bird watching my
Time
ass.
for
Put those away.
Nick
That's what
to say
I'd
weird
say. Every
stuff.
NASCAR woman's titties are that of a gorgon.
Yeah.
And just get turned to stone immediately. What's that other? Wearing a Dick Trickle shirt.
Gorgons do
Hey,
that?
we want to give a quick shout out to our favorite sponsor, Gamer Subs, which we have amazing energy drinks. Gamer Subs gives you a little pep in your step. Pep. Also, if you like subs right now, you can get signed up for some free samples. They're all good flavors. There's not a single bad flavor. They're all muy caliente.
Hell yeah.
They're beautiful. They're so tasty. So please head over to Gamer Subs and use promo code PAPAME to check out and tell them that we sent you. All right? You're going to get a little goodie with it. I think you'll like it. Back to the video. NASCAR has yet to separate itself
Well,
from its
it's a big-
alcohol-fueled
that's a
origins,
big
cementing
cup.
it as a major part of the culture
I
even
want one of
today. Take the
those.
Talladega Super Speedway, for example, a track located in Alabama that hosts some of the biggest races in NASCAR history.
How dare you? How dare you? Thank you for the 50 bits. What in the... those better be clean shoes. Those don't look clean, but those better be clean shoes. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Can you get, like, a sickness from that? You've gotta be able to. Like, there's definitely a chance of getting something. Is it no. Is it the guy that was on Strange Addictions? Who was like kissing like what a red car? Or is it a different guy? 'Cause, didn't his car break down? Yeah, move on.
Speedway, for example, a track located in Alabama that hosts some of the biggest races in NASCAR history. If you're not into NASCAR, you've at least heard of Daytona 500, and you've probably heard of Talladega. Those are two big ones. And this brings in hordes of NASCAR fanatics and breaking out all sorts of records. Talladega Boulevard, which is located in the infield of the track, has been home to some of the most balls-to-the-wall partying around. It essentially becomes a full weekend of nonstop drinking and debauchery, leading up to the main event, complete with all sorts of activities like barbecue sauce wrestling, in which the winners have been awarded as much as $1,000.
Sticky.
Well, I tell you, sticky doesn't even begin to describe the things I'm thinking. Also, the Dirty Dega eating contest, where fans are challenged to eat a tray of dirt cakes at top speeds for a chance to be crowned
Dirt
Dega's
cakes?
dirtiest champion. What the fuck does
That
that
does
mean?
not
What are
look like
dirt
dirt
cakes?
I don't know. What is a dirt cake?
Those things. Look what that is not. Why is there cream in it? That is not a dirt cake. It's like Oreo crumbs. You get like some chocolate pudding. You put the crumbs on top of it. You get worms. Whatever they were showing in that photo, that did not look like dirt cake. And this looks like TikTok dirt cake. Not
that's just a
the
woman's
true
ass. You're going
kind.
full speed. It's just this is Naked's Dirty's champion right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, their ass is like in the passenger seat, so you're driving, going like this. Oh.
He's like, there's also mud bogging, where people get in their trucks and race each other through giant mud pits. Now that seems more in line with the redneck kind of thing.
That seems more
I was thinking, why trucks
interesting
still show up? I thought that people would have a lot of
NASCAR.
cars, like stock cars and shit. You drive to the race.
Oh yeah.
It's not practical in any way, but still.
There's some people, they want to show off. They're beat up.
Yeah. Oh, if I could just get on that track, I'd show them how it's done.
That's what they're thinking.
Oh yeah.
If I pull up and they'll,
Yeah, exactly. All I'm looking for is Tony Stewart just to give me a chance. Yeah.
Who's
By the end
that?
of the event, an assortment of weird objects are left behind, from clothes to
Mower.
used furniture, cable satellites, sex dolls, and piles of empties, right? Some people claim that they've witnessed people consume as many as 43 beers
never
in
went
one
to
day. at
one.
these
How'd they
events,
get my
proven
stuff?
by the tally marks drawn on their backs throughout the night, which is a good barometer. How do we know they're not fibbing their own baseball card, though?
Why would you? Who's drawn? First of all, they can't draw it on their own backs. So they need a witness.
Well, somebody else, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if they're fabricating it. Did you drink this many? But for the love of game, I'd like to think that they're being genuine.
I think so.
There's like a knight's code.
But the gummy
If you get
parts
caught
are
cheating,
like,
there's gonna be.
but like you're. I would dip them in the gummy. I would dip the gummy worms into it, and it would coat it with like chocolate pudding and the crumbs, and it was so good. Like, I mean, it's good on its own, but the gummy worms add a fun part.
Oh, there's gonna be hell to pay. Oh yeah. People's stories from Talladega weekend can get pretty intense. One man attended the event with his wife, who would show her breast to other people in exchange for beer that would be dropped in a wheelbarrow he carried around with him. By the end, he claimed he had enough beer to last an entire year. There's no way the tits could have been that good. I was sitting there. Nah, I'm okay. Just like any community of devoted
Free
sports fans,
beer.
people have a whole array of strange rituals and superstitions that they believe have a serious impact on the result of the race.
Like
Some people stay
pineapple
away from
pizza.
peanuts, believing that they are unlucky. Part of the superstition
dare
is due to peanut shells supposedly being found in cockpits or grills of cars after life-ending collisions. And some anonymous rumors claim that rival drivers intentionally sprinkle them around cars in order to sabotage them. Who would have thought
That's
NASCAR was
crazy.
into like voodoo?
That's insane.
Peanut voodoo.
Yeah, it's going to be a bad race for you, man. The color green is also seen as bad luck because a driver back in the 1920s died in a crash while driving a green car.
But green. But I'm bad luck. Would you still love chat if we turned into gummy worms? No, I don't love chat now. No. I do like gummy worms though. I would probably eat y'all. Yeah. If he was a Batmobile car, wouldn't have crashed. Wouldn't done it. Simpson.
Color green is also seen as bad luck because a driver back in the 1920s died in a crash while driving a green car.
Over 100 years ago.
Over 100 years ago, but you know what? Never again. Actually,
Superstition.
that's true. I don't think I've ever seen a green car. Editor, show up some green NASCAR cars. How many of those people won?
Ooh,
How many of those people
2.
died? What, there's more deaths than wins?
damn.
You should have
I'm
listened
bad
to me,
luck.
brother. Is this voodoo priest thing do anything for you? What would a voodoo priest who hangs around NASCAR be?
Like
Doctor.
Dr. Bud. Like Bud Light.
Let me think. Doctor
Dr.
Broom.
Taladetha.
Dr. Hot Dog.
Dr. Hot Dog. Editor Cuddle. Racer George McKenzie died in 1936 during the Indianapolis 500 after being launched 30 feet through the air when his car had overturned because he had just shaved his long beard beforehand for his wedding ceremony. It became bad luck to shave before a race. God damn.
I like how like one thing, like something.
Oh, you should have shaved your beard.
I love how it's just like one thing happened and then someone gets it right. Like,
Never again.
Never.
Hey, to be fair, if I'm racing,
So someone died because they showered. Never showered again. Someone died because they jerked off. Never again.
at high speeds like that, I'd probably be a little superstitious too.
Yeah.
I guess I can wait till after the race. At another NASCAR event, champion Joe Weatherly died in a crash after being given two $50 bills by his friend that he kept on his person during the race. From then on, $50 bills were considered bad luck. I've actually heard of that one. Something where, yeah, guys will like take the cash out of their wallets and shit for the race. Which also, I was like, why are you wearing a wallet during the race?
Just in case you die, they can identify you.
I thought you were gonna make a joke of like, well, what if the cops pull you over?
Bring the
It's
money
not
up.
just the fans that make the culture so
The money
interesting.
needs to go
It's
to
the
heaven with
drivers
you.
too, baby. The reason we come to these races is for the loud engines.
Oh, I hate that. I I hate loud cars so much, especially people who have loud cars on the road. Absolute. I imagine them to be the most annoying person ever. You just hear going 100 miles next to you. I assume that they're just absolute, like, horrible frat bros. That's what I think. I hate loud everything. I don't really get scared of them. My ears hurt for like a few seconds afterwards because, poor ears, super sensitive. But I've never met a good person who has those on them. Never met one. They're all weird, horrible people, I assume.
All right, NASCAR is often viewed as a very masculine sport, as it's focused
Hell
around
yeah,
cars
brother.
and drinking. Yeah, don't touch me, bitch. Most drivers match the aesthetic, but everyone has some skeletons in their closet. Chase Elliott is often regarded as one of the best-looking drivers in the game. Gets me hard just looking at him.
Those are
He has
some
a very
low
loyal
standards.
and devoted fan base called Chase Sexuals that idolize him. However, behind closed doors, rumors swirl.
Assuming that some bad stuff's gonna happen, I feel less bad, but those are some low standards. Holy shit. That is the most attractive you have? Okay. Seems like any other average dude.
Chase is in fact a furry, and it's a shame to go public about
That's
it.
not that
Chase,
bad.
Admit it! In 2012, the
That's
driver posted a
normal.
hand-drawn picture of a wolf with the caption, "Wolf Bambi?"
Huh?
What the fuck does that mean? Oh, I guess it's just because the wolf looks like Bambi.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is definitely on DeviantArt. I want to see him be like, all right, and upload, all right, time for the big race. And then run, you know what I mean?
I was expecting the scandal for him to be a pedophile, but okay. I don't think being a furry is that bad to what I was thinking. Okay.
Immediately assumed that he was a furry and began to pester him about his alleged secret identity. For
Okay.
years, this rumor has haunted him. And in 2024, he finally confronted the media about it, but only made things worse with his response. When talking to the Associated Press about his career in social media, he stated, and I quote,
I like the private life. Outside of racing, what I like to do, I like to do with private.
I mean, good for him. Good for him.
Bambi?
I'm sorry
His response
for being a
only
little
made things
rude.
worse. And now the rumor is all but true to many fans. Why would you not just fucking own it?
Yeah. You just say, I like furry shit.
Yeah, I like furry shit. I also make
Why
way
did
more
he
money than you and
phrase it
get
like
tons
he
of
did
pussy.
some heinous crime?
Wolf Bambi. Or just be like, I don't f with furry shit. Sorry, I like drawing deers, dude. Or I like drawing wolves that are cute as f.
Do NASCAR drivers wear diapers?
I would. I don't know how they do. I'm claustrophobic as you get trapped in that car. Fuck that. Also, I can already tell. I know that. I mean, I know myself. I'd be having a pretzel or a hot dog
Ooh.
before the race. I would.
All bloated. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
getting
a
sleepy on the track. Try and crash, whatever, or just shit yourself.
Put what down?
Oh. Have to try to take off your helmet. NASCAR drivers have been known for some pretty insane things, but one driver gained a lot of attention for alleging his ex-girlfriend was a trained assassin. What? In 2015, Kurt Busch took his girlfriend Patricia Driscoll to court seeking a no-contact order. During the trial, each party alleged that the other had committed assault. But to back up his claims, Kurt claimed that his ex-girlfriend was an assassin who had been sent around the world on missions to kill high-profile targets.
And he's
He said that on multiple
high-profile?
occasions, Patricia had shown him pictures of mutilated bodies and gunshot wounds from her missions. Sounds like that bitch is just on Live Leak. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you did that? What? No. This is a Russian guy getting in a car wreck. What are you talking about?
You did that?
Don't hurt me. In one specific instance, while in El Paso, Texas, Patricia left the hotel wearing full camo and boots and later returned in only a trench coat. First off, I just want to say, God damn, the gift that keeps on giving. Some fucking snaggletooth bitch in camo, and then also all she comes back in, oh, hi. And only a trench coat? That means there was nothing under it.
Yeah.
What did you do? That'd be so funny. Your girl's trying to seduce you? What do you think of that right there? What did you do?
Who did you kill?
Who did you hurt?
You gonna hurt me?
I don't know why, but I feel like he's like in his whitey tighties laying in like a hotel bed with like a big bowl of ice cream on his belly. Just Ice Age playing full blast. Way too loud. Who did you hurt? Underneath her coat was a nightgown covered in blood and other unknown matter.
She's on her period.
I was gonna say, it sounded like she was queefing on her period or something like that. Okay. His girlfriend would call these claims insane and deny everything. And she's
Yeah.
like, I was on my period and I was trying to turn him on. He was watching Ice Age and he wouldn't get hard. Despite this claim, the courts believed that Busch had been violent towards Patricia, and NASCAR temporarily suspended him until prosecutors declined to press charges, and he was reinstated a few months later. Listen, buddy, a couple NASCAR guys beating their wives or their girlfriends, it comes with the territory, but you gotta keep it clean. That's the NASCAR Association. When she comes over and she has her gutty work spilling out of her pussy with period blood, don't hit her, all right? All right, now here's your keys to your stock car. car again. When she onto her new
Dipping
trench coat while she's
sauce
on her period. Try
is
not to
what
hit her
I
in the face
guess.
too bad, all right? Yeah, you'll say cut off that. Lots of drivers have had legal issues throughout their careers, and most of the time, they are for absolutely ridiculous reasons. Jim Van Diver was a respected driver during the late 60s and 70s, achieving success on the racetrack. In
Never heard
1973,
of
he was
him.
experiencing legal troubles with his wife over custody of their child and was scheduled to appear in court. The hearing fell on the same day as a Southern 500, one of
He didn't
NASCAR's
show,
crown
did
jewel
he?
races,
He
and
went
Van
to the
Diver chose to
race.
race rather than attend court. Based. Keeper. When he didn't show up, the judge charged him with contempt and put a warrant out for his arrest. And during the race, Vandiver's car began to break down, and instead of returning to the pit to fix it, he quickly drove off to the track and hitchhiked home to avoid being arrested. All right, get me out of here. I think he was in cowboy boots, like running across the track. I want to go home. NASCAR drivers are under a lot of stress from high intensity of the race, and a race dubbed the poop race. One driver had shit literally scared out of him. While racing in the Sirius at the Glen NASCAR Cup Series race, Tony Stewart had a case of the bubble guts, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh.
That pretzel.
Here comes Tony Stewart in the orange Home Depot car. Uh-oh, there's a shit all over the windows of the car. He's just inside. During the race, he partially lost power to his vehicle, which is believed to have worsened his stomach issues. And on lap 20, Tony would shit himself and relay this
Lap
to his crew.
20?
And for 70 or more laps, he
Jesus.
sat there in his own shit, swirling around his pants in the cab. We're not even gonna win this. Can I just pull in? Tony, that's a negative. You have to finish it. That'd be so funny, though. The whole thing, too, is they usually have binoculars and you follow the track like in a full circle. But the whole time, you just keep hearing like... It's going around. Oh, boy.
But there's like, oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
Yeah. It's, yeah, he's looking over the track. It stinks in here. I need to come in.
Bitch, no.
But surprisingly, he would win the race and pull into the pocket. Wait, what? Surprisingly, he would
He
win the race
won?
and pull into the packed victory lane to briefly celebrate. As soon as he pulled up, everyone in his crew distanced themselves from the car and tried to keep press away from Tony, telling them he pulled a gutsy effort to win the race. God, f off. I wonder if he is the only recorded person having won a race with shit in their
I
pants.
don't want to know
That's
that.
a good question.
I don't
There's
want
gotta
to
be
know.
more.
There's got to be way
There's
more.
gotta be a lot more accents,
Those,
man.
yeah, come on, dude.
I don't
Because I
know.
thought it was fun. I like the smell.
Did he go up to the podium and the girl like gives him the...
I imagine he got out of the car, and like I said, I think he did the same kind of cowboy boot running across.
Get me out of here.
And then he did the celebrations after. If not, I'm going to be very disappointed if there wasn't visible shit on the outside of his pants. Him holding up the cup.
I don't want to see that.
Shit's standing all over it. People spraying him with champagne. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, smelling the champagne bottle. What is that, Tony? Don't worry about it. Just drenched in sweat. Others in the area could be sniffing the air, trying to identify the odd smell wafting from the car. Tony would claim his prize and walk away to his trailer, but it was soon discovered that he had shit himself and a wave of shame followed him. The race was quickly dubbed the poop race, and people began to refer to him as Poo Poo Pants Tony. I mean, I don't give a what do you call me. This Poo Poo Pants just won the race,
Yeah,
bitch.
that's what I would say. It'd be different if he lost.
Oh yeah, if he got which also if he got last place, no one would know.
Yeah.
So you only know because I won the race.
Exactly.
I would actually hold with some pride. I'd start shitting myself every time. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's your
You
gimmick.
can't
now.
beat the baby. Start
Yes, you can't wear green. You can't have $50 bills. You must shit yourself on the 20 line. You must shit yourself on the 20 lap. You must. That's how you win. That's the only way to win. Shit yourself now. Shit yourself. You're superstitious, aren't you? Do it.
shaming the other racers. Come on. But that's not even the worst thing to happen to Tony Stewart. 10
Huh?
years later, he was competing in a sprint car race and bumped into another driver's car, causing him to spin out. The driver of the
What kind
car,
of
Kevin
car
Moore
is
Jr.,
that?
was enraged and got out of the car, running down the track as the rest of the drivers slowed down to hug the inside of the track to avoid the wreck. As Tony turned the corner, he briefly sped up and clipped Kevin, killing him instantly. And after the race, he faced charges of manslaughter and negligent homicide, but the judge dropped the charges altogether. Tony was still allowed to race after this and continued NASCAR until 2016.
Whoa.
What?
Poo poo pants, Tony.
I like we're like, ah, yeah, he pooped his pants, he won a race, and it's just like, yeah, by the
He killed
way,
a
10
man.
years later, he just fucking ran a guy over. That has to be intentional.
You think so?
I think
I
so.
mean, they're
Why'd
going
the, why'd
so
the other guy get out of the
fast.
car?
I think he was pissed and he was like running up the side of the track or something, and they fucking turned the corner, he just fucking clipped him. And it killed him. I wonder if there's a clip of it. Can we show it? I don't know if we have a clip of it. With a sport as chaotic as this, it goes without saying that there are
Green
all sorts of
car.
crimes that take place in and off the track. When you put a bunch of passionate and dangerously drunk fans in the same place, it's only a matter of time before someone gets arrested. In the middle of a
Yep.
race that took place at the Richmond International Raceway, a shirtless man named James Dennis decided to climb the fence, blocking audience members from the track. That's a no-no. Once he accomplished his goal, he sat up there as security scrambled to get him down, fearing he might drunkenly fall off onto the track and be flattened by one of the
Did he?
NASCARs, dude. He was eventually convinced to come down before being immediately grabbed and
fair
arrested.
will.
Later, he was charged with disorderly conduct and public intoxication. I'm surprised he was able to get that far up. It's a fucking tall fence. You think he was straddling it? Anybody but Gordon! That's what he's fuck you, Jeff! That'd actually be so sick. Give him hell, brother. Give him hell.
I bet people were throwing him beers.
Yeah, take that. I think him and his buddy were like doing that kind of thing. This is something that happens all too often, with videos all over the internet showcasing security guards ripping drunk fans down from fences, acting like children. Some
How do
fans
they
get so
get
deeply
that
attached to the sport
far?
that they'll find and assault racers they despise. Kyle Busch, for example, is no stranger to this. One 26-year-old NASCAR fan found him signing autographs
Dang.
after a race and decided to get in his face and strike him across the chest. They started to shove each other around as the crowd around them taunted Kyle and cheered on the fan. Yeah, f him up! I was like, what the f is going on? Like I struck him in the chest. And there's a paralyzer right to his chest. Stop his heart. Dude, how f***ed up, how f***ed up if the fan came up to you and they did the fucking 5-finger exploding heart technique?
Now take
What is?
steps.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, you learned the 5-point exploding heart technique? Just does the entire ending of Kill Bill Volume 2. For many fans, driving in a NASCAR race is a dream come
Oh,
true.
green car
And at the
in the back.
1986 Talladega race, one man fulfilled his dream. Just as the race was getting ready to start, the driver of a pace car had gotten out and left the keys inside the vehicle while it was still on the track.
Don't do
The
it.
vehicle was unattended. 20-year-old Darren Crowder sprinted from the infield and climbed inside. Before anyone could stop him, he was already racing around the 2.5-mile track at over 100 miles an hour and completed one lap before authorities even realized what was happening. It was being broadcast live as confused commenters watched police chase him until a blockade of trucks stopped him, and officers pulled him from the vehicle. Following his arrest, he was held on a $10,000 bond and faced charges of resisting arrest, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, attempted assault, and grand theft auto, baby. GTA. Though no sentence was ever reported,
How
his
many points
toxology
is that?
report was released and showed that he wasn't even drunk, which spawned tons of rumors in the NASCAR community. One rumor claimed that he was in jail. He attacked an inmate with a boot, which led him to being transferred to a mental hospital.
Huh?
Another
Why?
stated that he never even had a ticket to the event and was actually test driving a motorcycle before making a detour into the stadium and stealing a car. A third theory said that his wife had cancer and he had a mental breakdown due to the stress.
Which one do you
Where are
think
these
he's-
theories coming from? Reddit? Where are these theories coming from? Oh yeah, you went to jail. Motorcycle. Wife with
Saw
cancer.
an open door to a car on a Vegas speedway and he's like, I'm gonna go fast, and he got in it and drove.
Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's just like, I mean, I'll get in trouble, but not that
Sounds
much
fun,
trouble.
GTA.
Over in Tennessee, one woman became so sick of her husband's obsession with NASCAR that she plotted to murder him. You
That's
go,
my
girl.
theory.
23-year-old Stephanie Hammond was a troubled woman that made the decision to devote her life to God. She would supposedly speak to him and be instructed on how to better her life.
Everyone gets instructions
Kill
from God.
NASCAR.
Right before I go to bed, he
He's-
whispers things.
He's talking to me now.
Kill yourself.
Don't drive a car
Are you sure?
on a track. Don't do it.
For example, God supposedly told her not to smoke marijuana, something she
Okay.
loved doing, unless she was using it to unwind in the evening. Yeah. Hey, you should not puff as much unless you're totally trying to vibe.
Don't smoke unless it's after 6 p.m. and then you can smoke, and then you can. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
During the evening. Okay, God. Because her husband Steven loved NASCAR, Stephanie started to resent him. She claimed that he worshipped the NASCAR race at Bristol. Steven worshiping something other than God seemed to send her mind into chaos. God soon instructed her to drive her car directly into the church across the street.
What?
Steven found her lying on the floor of the
That's
altar,
not
where she
very
claimed that
holy.
the devil was inside of her before lunging at him and driving a large kitchen knife into his chest. He pulled the knife out and ran back to his apartment before calling the police and
Why
rushing
would
to
you
the
pull a
hospital.
knife out?
Stephanie was arrested soon after.
Whoa. I wasn't where'd you get the knife?
We do not have enough. I want to know so much more about that. Editor, give a quick blurb about what happened. Also, it's like the bitch is talking to God, but she's also like, thy will be
Oh, let me read that.
about that. Editor, give a
She probably has untreated schizophrenia, which got worse from smoking a bunch of weed. Hence why God told her to stop smoking. When I smoke it, I start seeing things that others don't. Evan Hilbert. Woman claims devil told her to stab NASCAR worshipping husband. CBS Sports. Okay. Does weed make schizophrenia worse?
quick blurb about what happened. Also, it's like the bitch is talking to God, but she's also like, thy will be done. And then she's hanging out on the altar.
Smoking a doobie.
Yeah, I'm trying to unwind, but the devil's got a hold of me. NASCAR is obviously a dangerous sport, with cars sometimes exceeding 200 miles per hour. The risks from crashes are extremely high. Tragically, this is followed by many deaths. Though NASCAR fans have seen deaths at the hand of flying debris
yellow,
and even lightning
green.
strikes during races, no death made more of an impact than the death of Dale Earnhardt, aka one of America's greatest soldiers. I don't think literally, but he's one of the coolest men ever. Dale was one of the best racers in NASCAR history, winning 76 races over 21 years, including 7 Cup championships. He was nicknamed the Intimidator because of his hyper-aggressive driving style, which scared other drivers as he sped by his sleek, pitch-black number 3 car. God, it's badass. During the 2001 Daytona 500, Dale was hit from behind by a car he was blocking, causing him to lose control and slam into the concrete debris at over 200 miles an hour. The move also allowed his son and best friend to advance, taking first and second place. Many say that NASCAR died with Dale, and following his death, he was cemented as an American icon. The term "raise hell, praise Dale" is synonymous with NASCAR and ingrained in the redneck culture of America. Outside the Daytona track is a 9-foot, 1,200-pound bronze statue of Dale, where people leave all sorts of tributes and offerings. It's fucking awesome. Also, I will say, what's fucked up about that is at the time, I believe there was like a new neck brace. I think everyone wears it now, but it was new at the time, and all the old heads were like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking wear that. That's some pussy shit. I think if literally he would have wore that, he would have survived.
Oh my God.
Like he declined to wear it that day. Fact check, but I'm almost positive that's
Jesus.
From the reports I've seen. But you know what, man? He's a hero.
He is a hero. He died a hero. He's kind of like Jesus.
I'd almost think that he's better than Jesus. He's the Intimidator. Also, you have a nickname be the Intimidator. Holy shit. How cool is that? Also, I will say, I don't know what they were smoking in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, all that shit, whatever. NASCAR merch.
Nice. I want one of those.
Oh, it's good. It's good stuff. At least it used to be. I don't know how it is anymore, but man, nice like paintings of the cars and stuff. Paintings of the oh, great. Really good design. In North Carolina, there is a 47,000 square foot NASCAR museum that is nearly entirely dedicated to housing just Dale Earnhardt memorabilia. Everything related to Dale skyrocketed in value, and people began to hoard their memorabilia. His death not only changed the culture, but also the NASCAR market. And a few years ago, a Dale Earnhardt card sold for $75,000. Another man had an Earnhardt jacket appraised at over $20,000. And one person even received a massive collection of memorabilia from their father as an inheritance. If you go to any racetrack, it's not uncommon to see multiple people with Earnhardt tattoos. It's the Virgin Mary candle. Yeah. You know, it's an idea, it's a concept, it's a philosophy. That's what Dale represented. Rip to the goat! NASCAR carries a bizarre and outrageous history with it, as well as being home to some of the wildest and most passionate fans in the world. There's something fascinating about the chaos of it all, whether it's drivers getting into fist fights post-race or fans going absolutely wild on the boulevard. It's intoxicating. There's something that's so undeniable about it. Even when you try to put it down as like, oh, you just go in circles. When you're there, it's an amazing phenomenon. And I will say, even if you don't watch the races, you should check out any NASCAR documentary. They're fucking awesome. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about. WWE has great party stories and weird, like they travel so much. NASCAR is like equally as crazy. And also like the weird interpersonal relationships between the drivers and the kind of chaos that surrounds that. And also like the rise, like the amount of racing you have to do to get to NASCAR. It's very fascinating. So pretty fucking wild, man. We got to do a video just on Talladega. I feel like there's more to Talladega than we have. I feel like we just scratched the surface, dude.
And if you would like me to watch the NASCAR documentary stuff, let me know down below, and I shall. And let me know, do you watch NASCAR? Do you like it? Is it still good? Let me know down below. And until next time, bye. Wah. Wah. Okay, let me... I don't think I even like racing games. Not that into anything car related. It is a lot later than I was hoping it would be. So I'll try and get yeah, I can probably at least do 3 videos because they're pretty short. We will do a casual geographic video. Okay. Let me pull this up. I know absolutely nothing about car games, so I shall just nod and shake my head. Yes, I agree, totally, completely. I have no original opinion on the matter. But time to watch some more casual geographic. Dogs that will send you to dog backwards. Or I guess dogs that will walk you. That is a big dog. The biggest dog I think I've ever seen, either a husky or no, what is it, a greyhound? A family member had that standing up, it was my height, which doesn't say much because I'm 5'2", so that doesn't say a whole lot. but it was taller than me. The dog was. So, very big dog. And like, on its fours, it was like, either, like, I think it was like almost waist height. So, I want to see what dog, if that dog will show up. That is, are golden retrievers big? I always thought they were like medium-sized dogs. I didn't really think of them as big boys. But let's see what dogs are big.
These are the dogs I would take the leash off and walk you.
Okay.
Because a lot of y'all have gotten way too confident. I've said it before, but one way to see how
I love pit bulls. I love pit bulls. I don't care what anyone says. They have been the nicest dogs I've ever met. I was raised around a wonderful pit bull. I love them so much. They're amazing, amazing breeds. It's the owners that are horrible pieces of shit, and not the breed.
a guy's mind works is to ask him, what's the biggest animal you could beat in a fight? And if you want to see how highly he thinks of himself,
Human.
ask him, what's the biggest dog he could take down? Or if there's even one alive that he couldn't. TikTok has taught me a majority of y'all are KOing anything canine. Allegedly. Now, in their defense, there's over 350 breeds of dogs, and the average man is bodying most of them. Dogs are built for friendship, some quite literally, and they're descended from a pack hunter who really isn't about the one-on-ones. Plus, dogs have one real way of delivering damage, and unless they have the size to make up for it, most dogs can't go band for band with the average man. The thing about size.
Big boy.
Some canines are big enough to take you off the registry. Once dogs hit that 140 to 150 pound range, they go from a loud inconvenience to something whose free will could potentially put you in a dirt motel. Bigger than that, and you got the kind of dog where every breath you take is by his blessing. Real quick, this isn't to demonize any breed or inspire you to test your luck against your dog. And also, don't take this too seriously. I know Fantasy Fight Club loves hills to die on, but first we got the Kangal Shepherd is a Turkish Fido flex bred as a livestock guardian dog against jackals, wolves, and bears. Males on average get from 110 to 150 pounds, but ask around. Someone will tell you about their 180-pound attitude adjustment. An important distinction is that these aren't herding dogs. They're guarding dogs. The canine insurance policy pretty much are part of the herd, and any predators that flock around very quickly find out. Kangals will defend theirs in any situation. While the cellmate of Cerberus prefers intimidation, they'll catch a clean body if it gets there. The catch is
Okay, I think he's gonna answer it, but are guard dogs good, like nanny dogs? Is that what they're called? I forget what they're called. Nanny dogs, I think, where it's like, they watch over kids.
Since Kangals are built to defend the defenseless, they're unironically really good with children.
Okay,
a temper more trigger happy than the state of Texas, nothing steps to a member of a Kangal's herd without getting read in an obituary. Apparently, some Kangals have snapped at their owners for getting too close to their own sheep. With Kangals having the strongest bite of any dog and an alleged 743 pounds per square inch, a snap from a helicoptering horsehound hits much different. They're so protective, they even protect some of the predators they were hired against. In Namibia, ranchers and cheetahs share an area code, and in a world where a dead cow can set your entire family back, many cheetahs become chalk outlines in the name of asset protection. But having Kangals and Anatolians on site, which as far as I understand are Americanized Kangals, the cheetahs get run off by canine conflict resolution before the ranchers have to reach for a permanent solution. The Kangal option actually reduced cheetah trappings and killings by 80%, and in some places they're providing the same deterrent service to wolves. So all in all, they're still a good dog, just not for everyone. And not just because they need space, experience, and most importantly a purpose, they need discipline, because gentle parenting means Turkish tank rips your arm out of the socket the first time he sees a squirrel. This fluffy boulder would send you back to the mountains they spawned from. Forged in the mountains of Caucasus, the Caucasian Shepherd
I forget what kind of herding dog that my roommate just got, but we have a puppy. I don't think it's this one, but it's gonna be a big dog. It's some kind of like herding shepherd dog. I don't think it's this one.
is also called the Russian bear dog, even though they're not Russian, and you're liable for a lecture if you call them that in front of the wrong person. They also weren't bred to hunt bears. They're also livestock life insurance. It's just that calorie blocking a bear might just come with the job description. The blow-dry Tasmanian devil comes in two forms, the longer-coated mountain type and the shorter-coated steppe version. The mountain brand are the big boys, and usually the ones that can get to over 200 pounds. And I promise you, you are not choking out a Wolverine or creatine with war experience. The dog, also called the Ovcharka, was used in World War II as Soviet Union guards that would gatekeep Soviet gulags. So they might not send you there, but they'll keep you in in its custody. So even though they didn't originate in Russia, before the Soviet Union developed an atomic bomb, they mobilized a furry nuke in the form of Fido. Also, a good amount would patrol the Berlin Wall, and after the wall came down and the dogs were adopted out, many of the veterans would suddenly remember their orders whenever near the past tense wall and would robotically walk in obedience to a wall that wasn't there. So yeah, folks messed around and created an absolute unit of a sleeperation, and it isn't until you have about 200 pounds of dog resisting your will that you realize what their amounts of Caucasus were cooking. There's a reason this domesticated bear is used in Russian prisons. Imagine packs of ovcharkas roaming the city of Berlin at the expense of anyone unlucky enough to run into them. Well, you don't need imagination. For one of the dogs next, it's a reality. This is honestly the first place my mind went after hearing about the man versus dog debate. You tell him to sit, he looks at you like this. What is your next move? Daikujo
Was the man versus dog debate big? I don't think I've ever heard that debate.
decides to climb on your couch where he knows he's not allowed. What is your vehicle of retribution? I pray it's not a rolled up newspaper. He's gonna make you a small section of the next one. Latin is like a linguistic black light that tells the full story of a word. And when you shine it on Cane Corso, Canis is...
Is this the dog that was in, that dog, the Halloween space Airbuds? Is this the same dog that was the dog in Halloween Airbuds? I forget the name of it.
Dog.
Looks like
and
it.
corso or cohors refers to guard, specifically a military guard dog. Corsos, or actually corsi, are kind of the guard dog, and they're descended from ancient Roman war dogs known as Canis pugnax. For corsi, the Italian mastiff would attack enemy lines in battle with buckets of flaming, scalding hot oil strapped to their backs. Fun fact, in my culture, cani is the name of a spice you put on dishes, and to me it's all good, but to someone who's never had it before or doesn't know how to handle it, it can be an overseasoned assault in the senses.
I'm not good with spice.
The black of dogs.
I'm too
And
white
if I'm
for
wrong,
that.
they're a one-way trip straight to Valhalla. And with many over 120 pounds, I do believe every conscious breath you take is with their consent. Again, they're guard dogs that protect their pack, and within it, they're docile family dogs that you can trust with the kids. But the same dog that can tear a wild boar in half like a phone book would absolutely turn you into coffin fodder in a fight. This might be the most underrated dog out here. First time I saw one, I genuinely thought it was a customized cane. And while they look similar, at up to and often over 140 pounds, the Bressa Canario somehow tankier than a canine Italian stallion. Don't get it twisted, the Spanish Mastiff off the Canary Islands is 404 in
Dogs
most
are
men.
so
They
cute.
just might have been brought over by Spanish conquistadors. They were admired for their intelligence, toughness, and like a fitted sheet they won't fold. But they were also bred specifically to exterminate wild or stray dogs. And that's something I'm gonna touch on later, because LGDs like ovcharkas, they're not meant to murk predators, just discourage them. They bred the Bressa Canario to erase other dogs. That's basically a canine assassin. The hired gun was also a reoccurring character in dogfighting rings, even after it was criminalized. Because of this, the pride of the Canary Islands almost went extinct in the 60s. Luckily, a breed society, Club Español de Bressa Canario, was formed, and they came up with a breed standard. The standard was approved in '89, and the Bressa Canario was recognized as the official dog of the Canary Islands. The goal was to help the Bressa make a comeback, and today they're still going strong. They have a lifespan that can last over a decade, despite all the nerfs that come with being a big dog. Which means we're talking about the dog that has fought its own kind, its own biology, and literal extinction. Not the type I want to start problems with. Now let the record show that the muscle of canary is the equivalent of a canine wet wipe around family, but any burglar is getting blacklisted from the census. Once upon a time, a zoo in China caught heat for trying to pass off a dog as an African lion. Oh, it didn't last long, they were for sure wrong, but when you squint at a Tibetan Mastiff, you see their inspiration. This woolfy mammoth is one of the oldest dog breeds alive, and they were used to protect Buddhist monasteries and Tibetan monks from apex threats like wolves, bears, and snow leopards. Traditionally, the hound of the Himalayas would sleep all day and patrol the villages at night, so if you take in a Tibetan Mastiff, you may find their habits nocturnal. They're built different. I'm talking genetically sequenced abnormally. Back in the day, Tibetan Mastiffs were bred with Tibetan wolves because the dogs have a special protein that helps red blood cells carry oxygen 50% more efficiently. This mutation does not appear in other dogs, but you do see it in the Tibetan subspecies of gray wolf, which is why the sentient hair salon pile can survive such a high altitude. It's not hard to see how a full-grown literal Clifford can send wolves running. And that's what I wanted to mention. These are guardian dogs, not attack dogs. They don't want you dead, necessarily. Just gone. They're not out here looking for smoke, and if you have one, you'll find that the most dangerous thing about them is the constant slaughtering can be a slip hazard. But there's a catch. The Tibetan Mastiff wasn't just insurance, they were a status symbol, especially in China. One named Big Splash sold for $1.5 million, so they can ruin you physically and financially. The problem is, like all fads, the TM hype faded fast, and the outcome was more abandoned Mastiffs than anyone knew what to do with. Except the dogs. The Tibetan persuasion started forming feral packs where they've killed livestock, hunted native Baral sheep, and even attacked ancient enemies like snow leopards, bears, and now even humans. Now we've got thousands of feral uber dogs roaming the Tibetan plateau, making life air-conditioned hell for snow leopards and putting paws and jaws in any people people that happen across their paths. It's basically what happened to pigeons in America, but I've never seen a pigeon lil bro a wolf. I don't know what's with all the videos of Tibetan mastiffs and wolves in the same place, but I have not seen one where the dog doesn't completely bully the, albeit smaller, Asian wolves. And speaking of wolves, at least the wild ones are afraid of humans. We genetically engineered a weapon of mastiff destruction.
Damn.
It's completely our fault. Mastiffs in general are a canine flex. They'll have you mad stiff. As in rigor mortis, the bull mastiff looks like a sweetheart that could genuinely bench press your family. The Neapolitan mastiff was literally built on honey badger principles. Loose skin so that even when clammed, they can always turn around and face their problems. But it also makes him look like a victimized pizza pie, cheese sliding right off. But we can't forget the English mastiff, one of the few dogs that could successfully maul a wolf. For reference, the beast from Sandlot was an English mastiff, and the record for the heaviest dog is held by Ike Mazorba, an English stiffy weighing 343 pounds. And of course, we can't forget my favorite mastiff, and honestly dog, the Rottweiler. This weighs a Hund is an easy attitude adjustment for any man that thinks he can whoop any dog. But one dog you would absolutely get worked by is... The Boer Bull is a massive 200-pound vibe check of a pet. They were bred as a South African farm dog to protect a home against threats like leopards and even baboons. Ironically, it's the baboons I'm impressed by. You see, there's a lot of stories about this farmer dog, Aura, as the kids say. There's one story of a Boer Bull life-depriving 4 leopards in a row before losing to a 5th. Another story goes like this. The king of Albania gifted Alexander the Great a massive Boer Bull, but when Alex tried to get their dog to hunt, the dog seemingly refused, so Mr. Macedon did the sensible thing and murked the dog for insolence. Until the king said the dog wasn't lazy, just bored, and that these dogs were meant to hunt big game. Like elephant big. So apparently they sent a replacement, and this Boer Bull won Alexander over after breaking a lion's back and forcing an elephant off a cliff. Do I believe it? Absolutely not, but it helps my narrative if I pretend I do. What is true is the same Boer Bull that squares up with big cats and baboons also has the personality of a weighted blanket, unless you threaten their family, in which case they'll put you in an ashtray. They're basically a guard dog that got promoted and invited out to hunts, which is actually the opposite of... The Rhodesian Ridgeback might seem like a token pick, but hear me out. They're the inverse of Boer Bulls. They were so good at hunting, they eventually got promoted to guards. With a max weight of like 120 pounds, the Ridgeback is the lightest dog in this video. They get the nod because they were used to hunt lions, along with the usual suspects like wild pigs and baboons. Now I should probably explain, when I say hunt lions, I don't mean these dogs are out here giving Simba the belt of butt. There isn't a dog alive that can beat a lion. No dog exists that can 1v1 a bear, and pretty much all would get folded by a full-grown all-American Northwestern wolf. By hunting, really the Rhodesian Ridgebacks would bay the lions, not straight up attack them, but harass them, applying constant pressure until eventually the hunter showed up. The best way I can explain it is these wolves mobbing a black bear and basically escorting him away from their pups hidden in the grass. Rhodesians more so keep the lion in one place, which is arguably just as impressive. It takes a lot of intelligence to pin a predator 5 times your size, and yeah, Ridgebacks are creepily smart. Ask around, some will even say they're human, and that's a level of intelligence I'm not trying to deal with. One thing I do love is a dog that went against literal lions is also mad sensitive. They do not respond well to harshness, and you unironically have to watch how you talk to them because they will take it personally. They're basically gifted teenagers. They're not for the discipline, so you better keep it positive. You know, I almost forgot to mention the Dogo Argentino. A mistake that would have been. Basically, a teenager in the 1920s unlocked free will and decided to create the best possible hunter dog. He took traits like the scent tracking of a pointer, the height of a Great Dane, the Pyrenean Mastiff's calm temperament, and the boxer's overall athleticism, and crossbred them with the now extinct Cordoba fighting dog. Eventually, he created an Argentinian Mastiff, and to prove its strength, he pitted his dog against a wild boar and a mountain lion, gladiator style. Only the dog made it out. And I wouldn't even believe that if it wasn't for the story of Morocho, the Dogo Argentino, allegedly killing a puma to save his 2 human girls. Allegedly, because I'm not entirely sure it's true. I still can't see one soloing a healthy mountain lion, but the narrative has been set, so W Morocho. They might not be the biggest, but it's an explosive cannonball of a canine athlete that could overwhelm a grown man on the right day. They're tough enough to endure hours of trekking through rough terrain and still have enough juice to wrestle an animal 3 times its size. But if I ever saw this in an alley, my soul would auto-connect to the Wi-Fi in the sky. Now that's real Bluetooth. By now, you probably recognize the pattern. If a dog was bred as a livestock guardian in the mountains, it's likely the last dog you ever want issues with. And that is everything the Central Asian Shepherd dog is. The CAS, or Alibi, is another LGD spawning from Central Asia, and one of the few dogs that could honestly be confused with a polar bear. And while most of the dogs here are a matter of speculation and my personal bias, with the symbol of canine country strength often weighing over 200 pounds, a full-grown specimen motivated by malicious intent would dismantle an able-bodied man. And as one of the oldest dogs, humans didn't really do that much to breed them. They were honestly bred more by the harsh environment than anything. Just an overall unit of everything a dog can be, and likely the biggest dog most people have never heard of. Again, this isn't to demonize any breed in particular. I just figured the man versus dog thing gave me an excuse to talk about him, and I don't think I ever did make a dog video, so, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone and stuff. And if you're a man who thinks they can solo everything on this list, you got it. Don't take it too serious, although I haven't made an animal versus animal video in a minute. Now there's an idea. Reminder that I have a book rating animals by how likely they are to murk you, and dogs are on there. Their rating might just surprise you, but that's gonna do it. Drink water, hug your mother, always research the breed before you end up with a bear in your backseat. Acknowledge my shirt, please, and I'ma see y'all in the next one.
Hell yeah. Well, YouTube. my tracking. Well, YouTube, let me know down below what your favorite dog breed is. I would say mine's probably a husky or pitbull, but I am a little biased. So let me know down below what your favorite one is. And until next time, bye. Dog. Let me check something I got. Okay. That notification is not important. And then let me label that. My phone is absolutely overheating. Not my main one, but the one that I use for React chat is absolutely overheating. Okay. What time is it? I can probably get one more in because I need to edit these videos. Big dogs are nice. I definitely could not handle owning a big dog. Okay, I don't know if I want to do that video, because this video is definitely gonna be depressing. Let me do a different video, and then if I end up doing an extra video, we'll at least end on a low note. Let me choose. I'll do another Papa Meat video, because why not? I just realized I never turned off something. Oh well, I'm sure that's fine. Well, it's like a true crime video, so it would definitely be a low note if I ended off on that video. Why does it always like full screen why does it always autoplay when I full screen? So instead we're gonna do another Papa Meat video. Scalpers are ruining Beyblade. I know nothing about Beyblades. Let me take a drink. I'm not gonna get banned. It's not like uncensored true crime. It's just depressing true crime. Not it's not bannable. Okay. Let me start the recording. Scalpers are ruining Beyblade. Scalpers are ruining Beyblade. Scalpers are ruining Beyblade. I know absolutely zero about Beyblades. I don't think I even owned one. I don't think so. So, yeah. Scalpers ruin most things. It is true. But what is there even to scalp with Beyblade? Do they have like mystery pool Beyblades that I don't know about? Let's find out, I guess.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How are you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit down, because today we're going to be talking about Beyblade.
Yeah. Beyblade.
Every generation has their iconic toy, whether it was the baby boomers with their etch-a-sketch.
I had a light up rainbow fidget spinner. Love that thing. Absolutely love that thing. I need to get me a new fidget toy. I need something to keep me focused.
Or Gen X with the goddamn Rubik's Cube. Each age of youth has a cultural moment with at least one gadget, trinket, or game. What was ours? What would have mine been? Beyblade, inspired by the traditional Japanese spinning top game Beigoma, released in
Really?
1999 and quickly grew into a massive hit, and it's not hard to see why. Similar to Pokemon, Beyblade products were also marketed alongside an anime, inspiring waves of kids to
There's an
let it
anime?
rip on just about every hard surface they could get their unwashed little hands on. At its peak, the Beyblade craze got so out of hand, schools and public areas began banning the toys over safety concerns. Kids were getting
Always
creative with the
banning it.
Beyblade launches, shooting them directly into the air or
They
even at
banned
each
my
other's
my
faces,
fidget
completely
spinners
underestimating how much damage
middle
a
school.
fast-spinning top with plastic blades could do. It was all fun and games until your Gen 1 Dre Seal fell off the classroom desk at full speed and performed a burst finish on your crotch. Those are probably moves or
Ow.
characters in the game. I don't know. One parent even reported to their kid's school that she suffered a serious eye injury after her son launched a Beyblade off the table and onto her face. Injuries like this led to school-wide bans across the world, and even today, you'll find plenty of battle scar pics posted online now that new generations of the tops are mostly made of metal.
Wear
The newer, more
safety
durable
gear.
metal Beyblades were causing more than just injuries. They were doing property damage as well. In one well-known piece of internet lore, 2 kids destroyed their family's bathtub after using it as a battle arena. While they were yelling out special moves and getting hyped, they were scraping the enamel off the surface and even breaking apart soap holders and entire chunks of the tub itself. In total, $500 of damage was done, and this resulted in the kids' parents posting an eBay auction for the 8 powerful bays that demolished their tub. And apparently, after breaking the kids' piggy banks and only finding $125, they thought it was fair to cover the rest
Why
of the
do
repair
kids
costs by selling the
have
beloved tops. Featured
125?
prominently on the listing was a photo of the weeping children. This went viral on 4chan, leading to
course it
so many
did.
fake bids that the post was removed from eBay entirely. This is all to say that Beyblades were an inescapable nightmare for many schools and households during this time.
I did not
There's no
know
way
that.
for me. I don't know. I want to just ask, did you ever get into Beyblade when you were younger?
No, I thought it
No.
was gay. I thought Beyblades was lame. But me and my friends did do this thing where we built. Like,
Yeah, where we kissed each other and we had anal sex. Oh, okay.
I had done gay shit with my friends, but that's not what we did.
Sure.
Like one of those fans, and we put folders on the side and made our own arena, and we'd throw plastic bottles in, and they would like fight, and then the winner, last one.
What do you mean? You're putting bottles on the Beyblades?
No. It was like a fan.
Mm.
You know, like a
Makeshift
box fan.
Beyblade.
So you guys thought that was cooler than using Beyblades? Was it just because it was cheaper?
Well, I think we just got bored one night.
My biggest thing with Beyblade was that, one, when I was younger, you used to have to, I don't know if it's still the same. I didn't even know, because apparently right now, Beyblades are red hot. They're coming back
Really?
with a fury. And also the fact that they're metal. My God, what the hell? Back in the
They're
day, it was
metal?
all plastic, but then it was, you would have the long,
I thought it was
almost like
plastic.
dipstick-esque thing, and you do, let it rip, and you pull it, and they would, go,
Beyblade.
whatever, right? Couple things that deterred me away from Beyblades. One, there's a kid in my school one time who did, let it rip, and that plastic piece, it had like divots in it, and he just sliced his hand wide open with the plastic. Oh! And there was blood all over the Beyblade in the desk. This is at school. And I mean, your teacher at the time was like, I don't know, they're spin tops. Just like a Depression era toy, and they're like, I guess this is cool, like whatever. But you got the kids like, oh! And he's holding his hand, blood everywhere. So then I was afraid to even like
I never seen that.
use the fucking thing. 'Cause I was like, how do I hold this where I don't, whatever. And then also the show just did not look good. I was getting pussy watching Pokemon with my boy Ash. He's like
Who
going
are
down
you?
town being like, yo, what? That's Ash going down town. Yo, what? Who are you? And she's like, Missy. He's like, I'm about to eat it. You better put it behind a cage because I'm about to eat it. Beyblade though, I was like, I've
Fun fact, my name is loosely kind of inspired by Misty, despite the fact that I never watched Pokemon at all. But I liked the name Mistic, but I didn't want to spell it with a Y. And I looked at Misty and just changed it to Mystic. So, yeah. Somewhat my inspiration for that.
He's like, I'm about to eat it. You better put it behind a cage because I'm about to eat it. Beyblade, though, I was like, I've seen the thing. Like, here's the thing. There's Pokemon cards. You're like, I love this Pokemon. Look how cute he is.
Lord.
Whatever it is, right? I've seen the Beyblade. I've seen it.
I've gone by Mystic since like 2016. So, or maybe even beforehand, because I used to do good luck. I used to do like Minecraft roleplay stuff. Where I think my name was usually Mistic in those. So I think maybe even older than 2016.
Work. It's never like that in the show. In the show, there's sparks and there's, whatever. Is there like demons or something in the show?
That's
Wasn't
what I
there
was
like
wondering, if
monsters?
there's like monsters inside them, because other than that, it feels boring. Because it just.
I don't
watch.
fucking know. I don't know. There was too many shows. Look at Ash versus look at the main character of Beyblade. I'm gonna fucking hang
They
out
look the same.
with Ash, dude. I don't know who this guy is. I don't want to fucking hang out with him. So that always kept me at bay. Now, granted, there was many times I was tempted by Beyblades. You go to a kid's house, some ornery kid, some kid that you're like, what the fuck? You ever hang out with a kid? You're like, what the fuck am I hanging out with this kid?
No.
You're that. You hang out with that kid. He's the guy who has the giant
hated
fucking
someone,
plastic
I would ignore
hell
them.
pit arena. You're like, what is this? It's my Beyblade arena. And you're like, just lets it go off. Giant purple fucking monstrosity. Looks like Grimace's asshole just right there in the fucking middle of the room, you know? There's been a couple times where I'm like, oh, God, that's kind of sick. My friends always had like even WWE stuff. I didn't really know any of them, but he had the ring. And you're like, oh, this is sick. And I go home and I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? What am I going to play with middle-aged men, like real men? I had Dragon Ball Z. I had fucking Pokemon cards.
G.I. Joe?
I had one G.I. Joe and it freaked me out.
Oh, because you done him and see his, yeah.
You pulled out his pants?
Well, no, I'd what a frame. I did not like hanging out around popular kids because, like, I don't know why, but they would always try to talk to me, and I would just ignore them because they were so loud and they got on my nerves. Ignore the fact that I'm messing with a phone stand right now, but that they would just get on my nerves, so I would just ignore them. So no, I don't know if you would be the type that I would ignore.
And there's nothing there. That's yeah. He just had his bottom surgery. This is Joe 2 months on T. He's like, hoorah. This message is sponsored by Raycon.
Hell yeah.
Summer's here, and whether you're breaking a sweat with the jizz, they won't slip out when you're moving fast or breaking a sweat. The Everyday Clip earbuds are a great option for everyday listening. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/popmeatclip to get 20% off. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring our video. Now back to the video. While Beyblades have experienced a sizable dip in relevance, a specific chain of events has led to an incredible resurgence. One that has led people of all ages to take a new interest in the hobby. It all started when a Chinese man ran to... You already know it's about to be good when it's just like, it all started when a Chinese man, that's when I started.
Me too.
It all started when a Chinese man ran to threads begging for help after being declared trash at the game by a child. He pleaded with pros to share their strongest combinations of Beyblade parts so he could destroy the child using the iron fist of...
They have optimal Beyblade parts? Isn't it just like a matter of luck who wins? I didn't think it was like a pay-to-win game.
Capitalism.
I didn't think it was pay to win.
Wow, that's an impressive sentence. Also, just for the sake of people who have never used Beyblades, it's not that you just buy a Beyblade. You like Frankenstein it together with
there's
other
different
pieces.
Parts,
oh?
Yeah, there's like a centerpiece and there's like armor on the top. And there's different classes, which we go into.
Places like Hong Kong and Taiwan started hyping up Beyblade, again, due to the post virality, shooting it back into the mainstream. Younger people were enticed to try the game out, while older folks were hit by the nostalgia and wanted to relive their childhood. And suddenly, adults were meeting up at parks and other public places to host Beyblade events. One tattoo parlor in Japan famously opened up its doors at night to host underground Beyblade tournaments where around 30 adults could be seen shouting and jumping around from the heart-pumping action. Which I gotta say, if you put a thing, like, I don't know what game it is, whether you did, but it would be a thing where it's like, if you lose, they cut off your thumb.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I forgot what it's called. It's some kind of poker. Chop poker.
Chop poker. Okay.
What?
You do chop poker. So that's underground poker, right? You start that with Beyblade, all
Never
of a sudden,
heard
it's just
that.
like, why the fuck is Beyblade actually why is Beyblade kind of sick, though? Chop Beyblade? Are you kidding me? You know, I bet there's something, though. I bet there's been some crazy thing, because Beyblades are, what, that big? Probably. Someone shoved the Beyblade up some guy's ass before. Ooh, inside of it? Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
One butcher in Hong Kong even began offering free pork bones and meat to anyone who could beat him in a Beyblade battle. That is fucking sick. That is so sick.
I would do that in a heartbeat. Free food, free. What did he say? I forgot. I zoned out when he said free ham, something pork. I would do that in a heartbeat. Hell yeah.
He's like, so you want a free meal, huh? Over in Malaysia, schools began recognizing Beyblades as a proper co-curricular activity, allowing students to establish official after-school clubs. Because of this ruling, students could let it rip after school and earn the points needed to fulfill their co-curricular record, which is required to graduate. To get students interested, the Malaysian government and third-party vendors started supplying schools with 1,000 stadiums, 3,000 starter kits, and certified Beyblade coaches known as Bay trainers. How do you get that job? That's all I want to know. Also,
this feels like the esports like thing where like every college just got like really into esports. This is what it feels like.
To graduate high school? These 18-year-olds coming in. How old are these trainers? See, now all of a sudden this co-curricular activity, I'm like, I better keep an eye on those Beyblade trainers.
What if they're like 60 years old, like Master Miyagi?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Then all of a sudden, yeah, I didn't realize the Bay trainer was in me until You know what I mean? Outside of schools, more and more third spaces such as Beyblade-themed cafes are popping up
I know
that
the
host weekly
US
local
one is
tournaments. Even brands
too, I
like
think.
Durex took advantage of the newfound spike in popularity by creating graphics of Beyblade-shaped ribbed condoms to market their products. One ad claimed that they were the ultimate offensive gear ready for any late-night showdown. The hype of Beyblades
Would
would
that
grow
feel
so massive
good,
that
or
the
would it
second
feel
wave could
bad?
no longer be contained to a
don't
single
know.
region, eventually spreading across the world. Soon, Beyblades began infiltrating communities no one expected. One man documented a parishioner at his church who approached him and popped his trunk only to reveal an entire Beyblade setup, leading several members of the church to kneel down and run the set in the middle of the parking lot.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
take a knee for the Lord, gentlemen.
I think that's awesome. Beyblades is bringing people and communities together.
Who would have thought? Should have got a better anime.
Yeah.
The anime, I really, it's just thinking about the anime.
Oh, they should remake it.
No.
No. Oh.
It as a underground hobby. See, when it blows up again, it's gonna be dead. Even the metal is crazy. A fucking metal
Oh, yeah.
armor on it now. Fuck's sakes, good lord. At concerts, people reported seeing adults stepping away from the music and sneaking off to the food truck area to Blade. They played Beyblade. Even orthopedic doctors are having to seriously urge bladers to warm up their wrists before playing due to a massive spike in wrist-related injuries. Okay, come on now. At least stretch.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing for old people in the future.
Is it kind of
Do
cool that
some
it's
hand
all older people sitting there and
exercises.
being like, let me step away in Beyblade versus seeing kids do it?
Oh, yeah, I think it makes it way cooler.
Like once you see the kids do it, you're just like,
Yeah,
get
fuck
the
that.
fuck out of here.
Exactly. Also, I don't think kids would play it because they're gonna see older people doing it, being like, "That's lame." So it is.
Also, do kids still? They probably don't like it because it's not digital. It's not on the computer. It's not a game. Now, if there's digital Beyblade, that's where the kids come in.
Of course there is.
That'd be awesome. Wish I was a kid so bad. Because Beyblade is such a cheap hobby, the barrier to entry is pretty low. As you would expect, however, it's becoming a bit of an addiction to some. People who are brand new to the hobby are already acquiring piles of Beyblades in a very short time. Ever since the release of Beyblade X, the newest generation that started in 2023, people have been rekindling their childhood love of the game, now armed with adult money. One couple admits that what started as a small collection of 1 or 2 Beyblades has turned into an insane horde of products and an
Why do you need
unstoppable
that?
itch to buy any shiny new
Why?
model they come across. Let me ask you this. Hand parts, is it like a blind box thing? Or are you buying the specific thing? I'm curious if Beyblade's doing the thing where it's like, oh, we'll see which one you get. Is there versions of Beyblade like that? Basically what I'm asking is there Beyblade gambling?
I think. Well, yeah. Well, I think they sell a whole Beyblade one, but people
And then
who
you
are
could Frankenstein them in.
exactly
I
people
see.
who are really into it, it's like you need this body with this kind of
Yeah, yeah.
handle.
But
and
it's not
armor.
mystery.
Creating the perfect warrior.
Exactly.
You just
The
buy
perfect
what you
blade.
want.
For one man, the rush of buying new Beyblades only came to a halt when he got destroyed at a tournament. From there, he started focusing on meta-approved Beyblades and is now fully invested into competitive play. Nostalgia isn't the only thing causing people to buy into the resurgence. Some people actually become entranced by the spinning colors and sounds of the tops clanking against each other. See, now that I could see as an ASMR thing. We talked about the pimple popping thing. What's that mean?
ASMR.
That's an actual audio.
Something I've been doing.
Fucking go to like a Rain Man stance, like. Yeah, oh my god, it's spinning. Like I could see that.
If you think about it, fidget spinners are kind of like Beyblades. You're just sitting there.
Oh my god. Like one fan who claimed that they were too old to get back into Beyblades, that is until they saw a TikTok of a Beyblade spinning, which hypnotized them into opening their wallet. According to them, the sound of spinning Beyblade is
You
absolutely hypnotic. They
buy
start buying more,
Beyblade.
but admit to not wanting to venture out into the community events because they think it's creepy to battle against random children. I mean, dude, you're playing a game. Also, that leads to an interesting question as well. We understand the plights of a trading card game store. Like we've gone to Magic tournaments or whatever. It's atrocious. It smells horrible. You also
Yeah.
just have to be with like the goofy, like it's just if it's not your core friend group, maybe when you're younger, there's like a mysticism to it to where you're like, these people like what I like.
Yeah.
But the older you get, the worse it becomes. And you're like, oh god. Even just somebody's laugh, whatever. I'm never going back. You know, whatever that might be. Shallow as hell. Do you think Beyblade tournaments and/or competitions are in the same vein?
Oh yeah, I bet you there's one kid who's like the best, and he's so smug about it.
See, now, the way you say that is like when someone's at like a street racing. Oh, that's Dominic. No one beats him. He drives his car. See that? Then Dominic comes in like an obese kid who moved from Ohio. He's just like, hello, gentlemen. Do you think that you still have the same thing with like the stink, or do you think it's just a different breed? Because now, see, with this document, it makes me think that people are showing up after work in suits. There's a guy and a chef showing up, or is it still the same demographic, but they just switch over to Beyblade on certain days?
I think
I
if
feel
it's
like
like
it
an
would
Asian
still be
demographic, more
awful.
professional. But if it's American,
You will do anything to fetishize Japanese people, won't you?
I said Asia. I said Asia.
Yeah, but we knew what you meant. He also
Nick.
did this. He's like, if it's an Asian demographic,
What does that say? I don't
But you
know.
think the Americans are just gonna be fat slob, kind of like the nerdy,
I think so.
unwashed?
Well, I feel like nerdy people are gonna be more prone to it, but who knows? Maybe some like buff gym bros will be playing.
That's the whole thing with nerd stuff now. Isn't that the craziest thing? That's one thing now is you go into these shops and stuff and there's like guys like creatine. There's no delineation anymore. Buff guys are playing it and stuff too, but they all smell like shit. At least when you're looking at the guy, you're like, he probably fucking came here right after he got out of the gym. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so then yeah, they all smell then.
I think so.
Even after work, they're sweating, working. They come
Well, it's
out.
a long day.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Stinky.
And then you're sitting there, you're like all tense and nervous from the Beyblade. Let it go like that. The Beyblade scene is as passionate and dedicated to the game as ever. And online Beyblade communities are seeing
I
this
don't get
surge in
it.
traffic as well. People post about Beyblade news, new drops, show off their plays, and even post aesthetic photo shoots to show off their rare Beyblade drip. One man even attached his Storm Pegasus to his chain like a statement piece to
You can barely
praise
see
from
it in those
onlookers.
photos. You can
pretty
barely
cool.
see
Actually,
it.
if I had like a winning Beyblade, I would wear it around my.
Oh, I'd frame it. I'd do something. There has got to be some guy who's gotten some pussy from Beyblade. Are you the one who had the deal? Yes. Yeah, let it rip. Others embrace the Beyblade lifestyle by bringing them along wherever they go, because no fun
Let it
surface is
rip at
safe
me,
for a
baby.
true blader. One man posted a pic of his immaculate Chili's dinner spread and his date sitting across from him with his Beyblade perfectly in frame to share with his Bay brothers. While the sick Bay got a positive response, many of the comments were focused on the woman's breast. Also, I think that it should have been a video. I should have been a picture mid-rip, so you see it spinning and then she's sitting there as well. And
He's
he's
just
just
showing
like,
off
we're
his
ripping.
goods too. He's like Beyblade, food, boobs. Like
His
this is
goods.
Yeah. What?
God, look at you. It's property. Yeah, that's what you meant.
No.
Yes, it was. Admit it. One man took the opportunity to trauma dump about his hot ex-girlfriend, who he fumbled years back. This is in the comment section?
Yeah.
This is your account, isn't it?
Her brother's girlfriend passed, and I wasn't much of a person at the time. Instead of consoling and being there for her, I downplayed it and told her to grow up. Ironically, I was the one that needed work, not her. 19 years old to 24 has been a hell of a journey.
God.
That girl didn't deserve to be treated like the way I treated her.
4 upvotes. Who read that and they're like, oh my God.
So sad.
Oh my God. Hold your head up, Bay brother. And also, like, what kind of fucking response to that is like a guy being like,
Grow
I had
up.
Chili's with my girl and my Beyblade. When I was 19, I was not the man who I thought I needed to be. On the surface, a Beyblade battle looks like a lot of fun. Casual game that could maybe kill a few minutes of time, but believe it or not, there is so much more to unpack when you delve into the world of competitive play. You'll find weekly tournaments all over TCG shops and hobby stores, but it doesn't stop there. World Championship events have popped up all throughout Beyblade history, and even just last year, we saw an inaugural events like the Beyblade X World Championship 2025 in Japan. Just a few months ago, a giant tournament called the Red Line Rumble was hosted in Michigan, where
what
the
a-
first place
what a
prize was not just a trophy and a rare
promo
Beyblade, but an
image.
entire Honda Civic. It better be wrapped.
I was gonna say, it better have a
It better have a
Beyblade.
giant fucking Beyblade thing on it. Come on. One man who became intrigued by the competitive scene attended his first big event, only to be hit with the reality after realizing his out-of-box Walmart Beyblades were not enough to compete against the dedicated men dripped out in matching team jerseys. Of course, this becomes a science to it.
Yeah,
Even the way that you probably arc it or the way you get your start,
I
there's
didn't-
probably so much shit to it.
Didn't think about that.
You know what I mean?
Or
There's gotta
like,
be
like
something.
double pump it before.
Lube it up.
This is all to say that blading isn't just for the casuals. There are levels to this game, and people put tons of time perfecting their custom Beyblade combos to increase their chances of winning. When a pro blader enters the humble TCG shop, he doesn't just carry his bays in a Ziploc bag like some sort of playground pussy. More experienced bladers will
Is it
store
like
their
a
selections
suitcase?
in a tackle box, but a world's level competitor will bust out a straight up briefcase to show that they fucking mean business. I'm not here to play, I'm here to
Jesus.
fucking compete. The same way a world-renowned sushi chef cares for his knife, a blader will care for his hands. Some even opt to wear fingerless gloves to protect their launching hand from unforeseen bruises, cuts, and other ouchies.
Okay, that's smart,
Many admit
though.
being too embarrassed
It's
to wear them
cringe,
for
but
fear
it's
of
smart,
judgment.
though.
But that kind of cowardice won't win you a goddamn Honda Civic, all right? Like any game with a competitive scene, players will flock towards any strategy or gear that even slightly increases their odds of winning. Outsiders will claim that each match is just a gamble, but there's a reason bog standard bays off the shelf aren't winning any major tourneys, all right? There's a surprising amount of tech and matchup knowledge in higher tier competitions. For example, even the launcher you use to send out your bay matters greatly. There are ripcord launchers and string launchers, each with different variations and handle shapes that influence the speed, control, and angle of your release. Often when
This is
people
too
doubt that a
complicated
player's
for a
launcher
kid's
technique has any
game.
real impact on the battle, there will be Beyblade historians that will tell you how foolish you are and cite specific matches they can analyze to prove their point. And don't think for a second your decision making ends at your launcher. The real fun begins once you realize there are literally thousands of different combinations of Beyblade parts, each with their own levels of strength, speed, and potential to ruin a 10-year-old's day, all right? And of course, some bladers think that having this knowledge gives them a pass to be arrogant, like the man who reached over to shake the opponent's hand right after they both launched their bays, only to lose and be laughed out of the store. They're big dicks. Any competitive scene will have cringy tryhards, and Beyblade is no exception. Sweat lords will attend locals with as little as $10 in prizing as they scream out their special moves like their life depends on it. Please show a small compilation now.
Funny joke. Okay. Now I understand.
Why does that make me want to do that, Nick? I want to experience that so bad. Is this moves they made up themselves, or are these pre-existing things? Is this from the anime, or is this them like the same way they're like Kamehameha?
Probably a mix. I think the original ones are just going to copy what they saw on the show.
Well, I'm going to, if I did it, I would make my own move.
I would make my own too.
Just off the cuff, what would it be?
Kimchi.
You would just yell kimchi?
That's the first thing that popped in my head.
Of course it was, Nick.
I think you're just hungry.
What would yours be?
Hell Typhoon. Simple, borderline, dumb. Hell Typhoon! That has a nice ring to it. I'd have to play it.
Yes.
That's the first thing that comes to mind, though. Something simple. Hell Typhoon.
It makes you a better player, I think, if you scream something. It gives you more energy.
Would Titty Twister be good?
I think so. If you're like a bro.
Titty Twister! You do that boom here, and then you go up and you try to, titty twist your opponent. He's like, ah!
I saw a really cool Beyblade. I think it was a 3-for-all with 3 of them. But he got shot out, and he got launched into the air. But then he came back down and hit them both when they got out. It looked not explaining it.
Cool. Some Beyblade locals are teaming with main character energy. One man who went viral online is seen fitted with leather gloves and taking a dramatic deep breath before his final match with a player who goes by Super Dragon Zord.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Dragon. I knew I had to face him someday. After losing, he shook Mr. Zord's hand. After the winners congratulates him, he lets out his most powerful anime voice as he declares, I won't lose next time!
I like this.
I won't lose next time.
This is where I'd be like,
I will
that Beyblade is not for me.
defeat you.
Maybe me and the boys could play, but I couldn't do the...
You couldn't do the shout.
I couldn't do the public competitive scene. I don't think so.
It's a show, though. It's kind of like WWE. It's like your kayfabe, you know?
I guess that's true. Maybe if I'm there and I get into it, maybe that's a different story. I don't know. For the most part, the Beyblade resurgence has been a very positive and exciting thing. But what's a fun child's hobby without scumbag scalpers looking to make a profit, right? Because they're always got to be there. While scalping has always...
I don't understand how you would get a profit from this, though. Because the whole thing is with usual scalpers is that there's like a gambling element to it. Like there's some kind of chance. How are you scalping with this? Can you not just buy it from like the Beyblade website?
existed in the scene, it has become a much more noticeable problem because of this recent boom. So much that, similar to what happened with Pokemon, it is actively deterring people from wanting to continue playing. Fans have begun making impassioned pleas to not notify anyone if they see Beyblade products in stores for the fear of alerting potential scalpers. Unfortunately, stores are now being forced to lock Beyblades behind glass to avoid shelves being bum rushed the moment they fill back up. Tactics like this also prevent scalpers from stashing tops underneath shelves, just like they did with Pokemon cards. And in parts of Asia, Beyblades, and specifically Beyblade X, are nearly impossible to find in stores now. Scalping in Beyblade scene has gotten so bad that tournaments are actually banning rare tops that have become nearly impossible to purchase thanks to their behavior, feeling like it goes to the very few owners of them have an unfair advantage just because it's impossible to get. The sheer passion that Beyblade scalpers have for making a quick buck off children's entertainment is downright sickening. Numerous people have reported watching grown men rip Beyblades out of children's hands just so they can add one more to their online inventory, which what the fuck else is new? How many times have we heard that? Fucking Stanley Cups, I mean, anything where someone can make money, like, don't even bring the kids now. If anything, which is fucked up to say, but it feels like it's becoming a thing where if a child wants a toy or something, just like, you have to get it yourself almost. If you're a grown adult, you have to get it yourself. Because now you're competing with these fucking troglodytes. You know what I mean? No longer are we in the era of going to a Walmart or Target. Oh, I'm gonna get that. Many scalpers know what they're doing is wrong, but don't care if it means a good payday. Others, however, are doing some crazy mental gymnastics to justify their behavior. Some believe that given the current market, Beyblades are no longer just toys, they're collectibles. And this means it's okay to price and sell them as luxury items.
I hate that
the obsession
so
with Beyblades has driven prices up so high that even regular thieves are breaking into toy stores and stealing them because the word has spread out about how valuable they are. Which once again feels like an extension of, we saw the same thing with Pokemon. People break into card shops and steal the Pokemon.
I feel like people are just doing this because Pokemon have been so hard to get a hold of that they just need something. They just need something scalp.
Pokemon product. I think that it's become such a thing now that even Pokemon stores are becoming like, I mean, like diamond banks, and they'll lock up their shit to where now I think that these scalpers are the people who can't get their hands on that Pokemon product are now going into other things like Beyblade, where they see a rising market and stuff before it gets crashed.
They're opportunists.
Yeah,
They're like, I want to get on the ground floor.
Yeah, and because of these scalpers too, what's fucked up is that it does bring more people into the hobby for the wrong reason, of course, of being like, well, there's money to be made here on this thing. Even though it's interesting, where of course it's gonna end up in a spot where scalpers ruin it. That's just it happens. That's what's happening already. But Beyblade, I don't think is as big and as strong as like a Pokemon to last. So it sucks seeing it come from a thing where a Chinese post brought in this huge crazy resurgence of people wanting to play in the Asians, bring it over, and of course it just gets ruined. But that's a tale as old as time at this point. Honestly, seeing a nearly 3-decade-old toy with a lot of nostalgia behind it garner this much new attention is a special thing. It's something that I don't think happens at all. I mean, if you if you look at Pokemon never really went anywhere. Pokemon's been that big. It just, for some reason, accrued a new level of value. But I think like Pokemon cards have been around since every game. I mean, like every game or new iteration, Pokemon cards have been around. But for Beyblade to seemingly fall off, and if they have been around, they have not had the same cultural relevance.
Yeah, I've not heard of them since I was
like lightning in a bottle. It seems like it. Whether you're an old head who started your journey with the first ever Spin Dragoon, or a new blader making your debut with Beyblade X, don't let scummy scalpers and sweaty tryhards stop you from potentially joining a fun new community. As with anything, you know? And I think with any new community or something, get the boys together, dude. Get the bitches together and have a good time, right? With your bro or bitches, hang out, vibe out, see what's up. And then if you do feel like you have a configuration, why not frill out the feathers and peacock at a local event if you can't fucking win something? Beyblade, interesting concept, interesting to see its rise, interesting to see where it goes, Nick.
I want big Beyblades. Like, could you
huge?
Like,
I'm surprised with 3D printing that has not happened.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Giant people can print giant pieces.
I mean,
stuff.
I know. Who was it? I did a thing for Boy. They made like a huge Beyblade, didn't they? Like a few years ago, and that thing was that was scary because it was just a metal spinning wheel.
It probably has somehow.
I saw some, they weren't actual Beyblades, but they're like machine parts. They're like this big. Some guys just spun them, and it was like an oil. And
I've seen that, yeah. If it got to that big of a thing, it becomes like robot battles, though, I think. It teeters into that. I don't know. You know what's the interesting thing about Beyblades, too, is it does seem like if you have an old one, that is kind of a fun collectible. I like something that it's that tangible, and you're meant to just like bash it into something. Yeah. That's kind of sick. It really does become a gladiator or a racehorse.
Yeah.
Where it has its time. You win with it a bunch, and I think that's when you frame it, and you're just like, that was the champion.
You think it's an honor?
You should have seen it.
Your Beyblade breaks, like during battle?
I would think so. I think it'd be heart-wrenching, but it broke in the way that it was meant to break, right? Because no one wants to just have it be in a container all the time. We don't break the son of a bitch, right? In battle. In battle.
It has, Valhalla. Like,
well, that's the real Beyblade Valhalla. So sick. That's our video today, guys. Until the next one, we will see you in the next one.
Hell yeah. If you collect Beyblades or play the game, let me know down below why. Let me know why. And yeah. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, and comment that down below. And until next time, bye. Wow. I hope y'all can't tell, but I am trying my hardest not to pass out right now. I am insanely lightheaded. I feel like while I was watching that, I discovered I have a new dot in my vision while I was watching that. But yeah, that's probably the last video for tonight. Yeah, let's not do that. But the room is getting hot. My patch is no longer cold, so I think I'm gonna call it there, edit some videos, and get them out this week. Yeah. I have 2 ASMR videos coming out tomorrow, and I will probably draw and maybe do reacts tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really have any brain cells right now, but yeah, I need to record some more. So I think I'm down to just those 2 tomorrow, I want to try to do 1 or 2 a day in August, because I made like a, let me just hold my head real quick with the patch. But I made like a spreadsheet of like multiple ASMR scripts, and I think I have like 60 saved. I'm still gonna add some. I'm not gonna do all of them next month. I just want to have them in a easy to access spreadsheet instead of saving them on my Reddit bookmarks. A spreadsheet is much easier to manage. But yeah, because I have it. I have it by title, like genre, and I've got the Reddit link. I've got the script link, and then I'm gonna keep a spreadsheet of the ones I've completed. I'm very organized when it comes to content. I'm very, very specific at how I do things. But yeah, no, those are just the easiest ones because they're not really voice acting. I've got like vampire ones. I've got like uh, I've got a bunch. I just can't think right now. But I've got some funny ones. I've got one that's like role playing as like a Chad, like stereotypical Chad, and then one that's role playing as like a Discord redditor. I want to get art for those, and then I want to do those so bad. I want to do those so bad. those will be my favorite. So I want to make sure I'm talented enough to do the Discord mod roleplay good. But I've got some actual like themed ones. I've got a lot of yandere ones because I feel like I kind of do like the psychotic voice just a little bit good. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I have a good yandere voice. I don't know about you, but like, I mean, I feel like I do a good job in my horror games. not to sound too confident in myself, but I think I do good. So I want to do those. I'm just kind of waiting on some art to finish for those. Okay, I'm blanking. Okay, I'm gonna need to wrap this up. My head is rapidly yeah. I, I've never heard of that person. I feel like I do a very basic. that sucked. I'm much better at the subtle laughs to do fake laughs on. I think I'm much better at that. that doesn't sound too fake, but holy my vision. See, that was fake. And that, but outro. Where's my outro music at? Holy, oh my god. Okay. Before I black out, until next time. Bye. Jesus. Bye. I need to not pass out. I need to edit. Yeah. Until next time, bye-bye. I need to get some sleep. Bye.